Hello everybody. Just a quick bit of news here. Tomorrow, well, at least our Friday, it may already be going on, Sweden is going to be deciding on a court case. Now, for those of you who are newly out and don't know about this, back in 2018, there were some XJWs that brought this to the attention of the government, I believe, the State Media Council. If you're going to show a video, like at a convention, like Jehovah's Witnesses do, now think back to what videos they were doing in 2018. You remember those, showing the military with the guns and, going after Jehovah's Witnesses to persecute them, and, those were pretty bad. Those were pretty scary, and they even upset me. Can you imagine a small child watching something like that? And it would give them nightmares for the rest of their life. So anyways, an XJW group took this to the media and to the authorities, whoever was in charge of that. And it's been an ongoing thing, and it appears Watchtower basically threw the convention overseer under the bus and made him responsible for all of it. But I had to use Google Translate, and so it's not the best, but I'm going to put the link down below. This was an opinion written about this debate, and like I said, I'm going to read some of this real quick. On Friday, an important verdict on the age limits for film that is shown publicly falls. Prosecutions were brought because Jehovah's Witnesses had shown 58 films to visitors, including hundreds of children, during a 2018 gathering. The organizer, a Jehovah's Witness, was sentenced in the district court for failing to send the films to the State Media Council for review. Now, here in the United States, we have the film critics. I forget what it's called, but it's the film rating system, G, PG, R-rated movies, they have this rating here in the United States. Well, in Sweden, it appears they have basically the same thing. And if you're going to show a video in public to children, you have to get this rating from the government. Jehovah's Witnesses failed to do this before they showed them to all of those in attendance at the district convention, or excuse me, regional convention. Okay, the defense, which appealed against the sentence, pointed to censorship and discrimination and said the sentence threatened the defendant's freedom of expression and religion. Here they go again with the freedom of religion. This was infuriating because they are such liars. They keep calling us activists. Oh, apostate lies, and they just tell lies and half-truths, and the Jehovah's Witnesses do the same thing. But look what Watchtower did. In court, the defense attorney tried to mislead by showing completely different films than the children had to watch during the current gathering. So they didn't show like the bunker videos or whatever. I believe the one back in 2018 was when they're in the meadow, and then here comes all the military troops with guns and stuff, and then Jesus comes out of the clouds to save them. I don't remember specifically which ones were for the convention, but they've been doing this for a couple of years now. This is what Watchtower tried to do. Completely different films than the children had to watch during the current gathering. Before the court, some short films about honesty and cute birds were played. Oh, I'm sure they showed them the Caleb and Sophia cartoons, instead of showing them the real ones they were showing during the convention. Even though the films that led to the prosecution had a completely different content. The films were, in effect, among other things, about distance from the LGBT people and the importance of not voting. The children, who were of mixed ages from 1 year onward, saw several scenes of war and violence. For example, heavily armed military were seen surrounding families of children who were represented persecuted Jehovah's Witnesses. And in another scene, a living man was thrown into the sea for provoking the wrath of God. Well, we know that's Jonah. Not only is it dangerous that Jehovah's Witnesses go, they say, untrue and use democracy to gain special treatment beyond the law, but it has the extra nourishment that allowed for even greater damage and propaganda. In the fall, Jehovah's Witnesses were granted state grants that, according to the government, would help maintain and strengthen the basic values that society rests on. And we did a video about that. And Goat-like Personality, he brought that up too. That, you know, the Swedish government is giving Jehovah's Witnesses these government grants while they're doing this, breaking the law. Unbelievable. So anyway, I am going to put the link down below. And they do mention, it says, last year before the grant, 25 women testified about the organization's own legal system that protects pedophiles and rapists, and how vulnerable children and women are charged, punished, and excluded. Many are open on their own website. There are plenty of materials and films that, for example, encourage women to respect their rapists. And I did a video about that, probably a couple of months now. You know, where they say in the magazine, and I've done a couple of videos about that, and how they even blame the mothers of the rapist. So it's always blame the woman. Unbelievable. So anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. And as soon as I know the verdict, hopefully I will have time to do a video about it. And thank you everyone so much for sending in all the information you're sending me today. My goodness, I can't keep up with you. You all have a good evening. Bye.